All right, y'all. Real quick. So I'm supposed to be on a hiatus because I like to remove myself from social media and really just pour into me. But listen, a day or two ago, I posted that Sexy Red was having a concert here in Chicago at the House of Blues, and it sold out within like minutes, right? And so, you know, people commented on it, and I just saw a comment from one of my mentees. She's been with me since she was in 7th grade. She's 25 now. And she was saying that she thought the post was a bit judgmental because her generation feels that Sexy Red is authentic, and that's why they are drawn to her. And that a lot of her generation goes through like depression and suicidal ideations and things like that because of feeling like they're being judged by the older generations and, you know, things like that. Here's my response and here's my take. I've never been one of those people that's just going, I'm not going to pacify you. And their generation wants everything to be acceptable because they don't like correction. And I'm not that person. The reason I've been able to last this long in these streets and in my community is because I have to correct you when you're wrong. I have to let you know, like, you cross that line with me, you got to stay there. Because the issue is we are living in a society where when you tell people that you don't agree or you tell people something other than what they want to hear, now all of a sudden you're the bad guy. Well, that damn it, I'm going to be the bad guy. Because when you know better, you do better. I'm 38 years old, and there's no way I would have lasted 19 years out here doing this work if my mindset was still the way it was when I was 16, 17 years old. And because people don't want, this generation does not want to be corrected, there's no structure, there's no decorum. Because at what point in life did y'all think it was acceptable for a young woman to talk about her vagina like it was a revolving door? To talk about how she's had sexually transmitted diseases. Now, I talked about this yesterday with my daughter and my 2 nieces and 2 of their friends. They was all on the phone at the same time. And my daughter had them on the speakerphone. And I actually mentioned this to her. And when I said, this girl said she had chlamydia not once, but twice. And I said, now, who would be proud of talking about contracting a sexually transmitted disease not once, but 2 times? And one of the girls said, wait, that's a disease? My point exactly. Who's having conversations? See, what I had to explain to her was she's had people like me and her own mother to help her to understand how this life goes. See, she can separate the two because she did say, you know, I can like and support somebody like Sexy Red and not want to do what she's doing. That's you, right? Because you've had people in your life to help you to differentiate the two, right? But you're talking about a whole generation of young people. Nobody's telling them that this is not something that you want to digest and then go and act out. Because let me explain to y'all. The day before I posted that, I took my daughter, one of my other mentees from Hyde Park, and I think I took 4 or 5 of my boys to see Lil Baby at the United Center, right? We're at the concert. I let y'all know. As soon as we walk in, I lean over, I tell one of my guys, I say, man, son, it's at this very moment that I realized it's fucked up out here. I said, I mean, like, I understood it, but when I walked in and saw how them little girls was dressed, as a parent, I was just standing there like, who the fuck, how did y'all kids walk out the house like this? Then this was an all ages concert. So I'm in there watching grown men that was clearly old enough to be my daddy. Look at these little girls, try to talk to these little girls, and see now these young girls, we gonna have this conversation later. They want these grown men to try to talk to them. That's their fantasy. Oh, y'all, the conversations I hear, they want these grown men to be up on them like that. So now I'm watching these grown ass men look at these little girls in the United Center. Then when you get in the UC, they got they panning the camera on the crowds. Her song come on. You got young girls making suggestive movements like they giving head in the camera. So they on the Jumbotron. They on the big screen doing this. They turning their asses up in the cameras, twerking in the cameras, cheeks all out, everything. I mean, them kids was in there drunk. They was high. They was smoking weed. It was all types of stuff. I was so, like, I was in there and I was like, all right, you got to relax. You in here now. You done brought the team. This is that. But one of the boys kept checking on me because they like, oh, gee, you uncomfortable. I'm like, it's not even really uncomfortable. It's low-key just kind of sad to see because A lot of these parents, somebody openly let their kid walk out the house like this. And you can't tell me when these shorties walk in the crib that you can't smell the liquor and the weed and all of this stuff on them. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a decorum of these young women in that concert. And these was young girls. I ain't talking about the ones in their 20s too, but I'm talking about them girls that I know for a fact was in high school. I know for a fact they was in high school, because some of them was stopping and talking to my daughter. And I'm like, but you can't tell anybody anything, because to them, oh, this is acceptable. This our generation. And that's cool. That can be y'all generation. But what y'all don't understand is, if y'all took the beat off of the songs that y'all listening to and just listen to the lyrics, is this something that you want to let your child listen to? Because at this point, a lot of these young girls, y'all got babies. Hello? Y'all mamas now. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't straddle the fence. At this point, what you are doing is really kind of setting the tone. And because nobody wants to be challenged or corrected, there's no structure. And when there's no structure, any damn thing could happen. And that's what we're seeing. So no, I will not support Sexxy Red or any of these other rappers. I also understand that I see things that a lot of people don't see. I see how y'all daughters and these young girls is getting ran through out here for nothing, because they think it's cool, because they think it's acceptable. Y'all want everything to be acceptable. That's not life. That's not reality. And what you have to understand is there's a long-term effect to this. There's a long-term effect to the music that we are listening to the images and the people that are being put in front of our young people. If you think this ain't gonna play out somehow, now it might not be you personally, but it's gonna touch something or someone that you're connected to. And then what will you do? Because if you've accepted this behavior or not paid attention to this behavior for years, what do you think these babies gonna turn out to be? Because she making it seem like being a hoe is the thing to be, and they see her with money and jewelry, and she taking pictures with celebrities and all that shit. So this is what they think is cool. You know what I mean? Like, this is okay to them. Whole time, shorty, you can't tell me this girl ain't got some layered trauma to where she would think, oh, I'm gonna talk about my butthole, my vagina. I'm going to talk about having STDs. I'm going to talk about not using protection. Now, first of all, let's be clear. In my neighborhood alone, right? In my neighborhood alone, the STD rate for chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis has increased. Among who? Black females. Black females. Who's talking about that? And you have black females promoting hypersexuality. Listen, y'all can miss me with that. I'm definitely going to be that person. I'm going to speak my mind. You don't have to like it, but I'm not going to bite my tongue to make you comfortable in a space that I'm not comfortable in. That's not how life works. Y'all don't want to talk about, homosexuality. Y'all don't want to talk about trans people. Y'all don't want to talk about whatever it is. Y'all don't want to talk about these girls out here promoting being hoes. Y'all don't want to talk about none of that. Everything is a battle. It's not a battle. The truth is, y'all living in a generation that's being saturated with foolishness. And baby, when you have to be the mother to the kids that's being raised by this music, I bet you your tune change. I bet you your tune change. Because now you have to deal with that reality. So all I'm saying is, I don't support her, won't support her. No, I'm not going to change my views to soften the blow. Somebody got to get y'all ass the real. And it's going to be me. Tap in.